Mr. President graciously invited me to run for the office of chairmanship of the party in 2018, precisely about 2 years ago. The President told me then that if we did not reform the All Progressive Congress, we can as well forget about 2019. Also, it's exact words. But I know that reforms can be challenging, and it will entail taking difficult decisions. But mine has been a life of trouble. I accepted this, and I believe I did my best. I'm happy that at the end of the day, the 2019 elections have come and gone, and thanks to Nigerian people, our president had more votes in 2019 than we had in 2015. And we had more members in the Senate, we had more members in the House of Representatives. Unlike in 2015, we were unable to manage our victory in the two chambers such that we ended up with an APC president who later became of the Senate and a PDP deputy Senate president. This time, working hard with my colleagues on the NWC and in consultation with leaders of our party across the board, we are able to, this time around, have the kind of unity which is expected of a governing party in the two chambers of the National Assembly. I'm happy that the leadership of the two chambers of the National Assembly are working harmoniously with Mr. President on the executive side, and we are able to have what you can truly call a functioning relationship. Not one that is completely free of contestation, because contestation are not in themselves anything negative. But I'm happy each time I see that there is a robust conversation, agreement, disagreements, and the National Assembly is effectively doing its work without undermining the authority of Mr. President. So I think everything considered, I believe that the NWC, the APC, under my chairmanship, have done its best, and the results are there. Of course, we have now been dissolved, and I have accepted that dissolution in good faith. I am not going into the issue of legality or illegality. The bottom line is the president who invited me to lead the party and who gave me all the support and who mobilized all the support across the country for my emergence as chairman also presided over the meeting where the NWC has now been dissolved. And because I have always assured the president of my loyalty, I know it's easy for people to speak to loyalty when the going is good, but loyalty is brought to the test when the going gets really, really tough. So as a demonstration of that loyalty to Mr. President, loyalty to our party, and loyalty to the Nigerian nation, I have decided to accept the decision in good faith and to maintain my loyalty, my respect, and my admiration for President Muhammadu Buhari. Accordingly, I have instructed my lawyers to withdraw my case that is currently pending at the Supreme Court, which has to do with the issue of my suspension. To sustain the legal action, which that amount to disobey one of the decisions that the President has reached, namely that all cases will be withdrawn from court. I still believe that even as a member of APC, I have a duty to lead by example. So I have now taken a bow, and I accept the decision of the NEC in good faith. And I want to reassure Mr. President that my confidence in his leadership remains unshaken. My commitment to our party as a member remains unshaken. And I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate all the governors of the APC, all the leaders of APC across the country, all the non-NWC members who have stood by me over this period. I can never thank them enough. And of course, my colleagues in the NWC, even those who went to court and who took steps that on a good day one can describe as a bit unbecoming. On this occasion, all those belong to the past. So, gentlemen, I thank you for honoring my invitation for this press conference. As you can see, it's very brief. Today is minimum words, maximum wisdom. Once again, I thank all of you for what we did together this past 2 years. It is not, you know, as they say, life is a stage. There is always entry and there is exit. And this afternoon, I just want to assure everybody, APC will have peace. And by the special grace of God, President Buhari will achieve his 3 key principal promises he made to Nigerians. And I will give him all the support that I can give as a Nigerian, first and foremost, as a member of APC, and number 3, as a loyalist of President Muhammadu Buhari. Thank you and have a great day. My suspicion has already been lifted. The word, I mean, I don't want to go into all these issues. The word executive had never really suspected me. But that is not, it's neither here or there, which was the issue that was before the court. And last week, for whatever it was worth, the word executive, 17 of them, they came to Abuja, they submitted their letter to the NWC. They also submitted the local government, and the state executive also submitted their resolution to the NWC. And the NWC accepted and lifted the suspension. But as I said, that is now neither here or there. I mean, so I'm at peace with my people at home. That isn't the question at all.
Okay, Your Excellency, on behalf of my colleagues, I want to thank you for permission to talk with us.
I think there's somebody there want to ask a question.
Yes, just one, sir.
Yeah, you are a bit short, so just
yes,
your hand.
I'm on your side, sir.
Bit of a challenge.
Roman is speaking my name and I for sorry, sir.
Son.
Yes, sir.
It's a sunny day.
Sir, it has been successful and turbulent as well for you. Looking back now, sir, would you say you have any regrets? Would have done one or two things differently, sir?
No, the process of leadership requires that you make decisions. I am a man of very, very strong convictions. I am driven by what I believe in. And I recognize that for every decision you take, particularly when you embark on radical reforms, you are going to step on some toes. And that was clear to me. I'm not assuming leadership for the first time. I have taken my decisions. I'm happy. At the end of the day, how do you judge the outcome of a party? I mean, the performance of a party. You judge it by its electoral outcome. I believe it's convenient for people to point at few areas where we had challenges, few states that we lost, but also there were states that we won. For example, it doesn't matter what anybody wants to say. I remain proud that we were able to recover Kwara State. That was extremely important to us for reasons I need not enumerate. I'm happy that we recovered Gombe State. Those are very strategic states. There are a couple of other things I could speak to, but today is not the last day to talk. But the purpose of today's meeting, today's press conference, I've already stated it. As for regrets, no regrets at all. There's no regret at all. You cannot lead a party as large as the APC in a country as diverse as Nigeria and expect that everybody is going to be happy for you. In life, for every one thing that some people are clapping, there must be those who are not happy. Just look at the football match. When you score a goal, you will see the period of the side you are looking at. You will see some players almost crying, and yet you see some other people, jubilating as if that is the end of the world. That's the way life is. So you can't have it both ways. I want to thank you. I assure you, I don't regret anything, and in particular, I'm happy that this office made it possible for me to interact with people like you, including you, being a member of my club.